The key to having the best 2020 possible is you. You should do me a favor quickly, and I want you to think of those that are in your life, people that you know, family, friends, co-workers, and who comes to mind when I ask if you know somebody who complains about something but yet does nothing to change it. Years and years and years ago, I was an exchange student, and I spent about a year in South America. Had a wonderful host family that I lived with during that time, but my host mom was always late to things. No big deal, except that she complained all the time that she hated being late. And eventually, that just struck me as something that didn't make any sense at all. If you hate being late, but yet you're late every single day, every single place you go, why would you not do something different tomorrow so that you're not late? You have to do something to grow and change and develop as a person. And we know people in our lives who have every gripe and every complaint and every frustration, but yet if you were to be honest, you would say, that person really doesn't seem to be doing anything to make their situation any different. They just like to complain about the stuff they like to complain about. Now, the tough question is, do you do that? Are you somebody who is stuck in a repeating pattern? Are you doing the same things that are not healthy habits? They're not helping you be successful. They're not helping you in your relationships. Are you hurting yourself in your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, but yet you refuse to take the steps forward for you to grow and improve? If you want 2020 to be the best possible year it can be, a big part of the influence in that year is you. Your behaviors, your habits, your beliefs, your patterns. We want to encourage you to make 2020 the year that you start working on you. All right, there's this great quote that I want to share with you from a guy named John Maxwell. John Maxwell is a leadership teacher, and he says this: growth is the great separator between those who succeed and those who do not. When I see a person beginning to separate themselves from the pack, it's almost always due to personal growth. This guy speaks all over the world. He writes books. He mentors people. He is one of the foremost experts today in leadership and personal growth. And he's saying almost every single time, 9 out of 10, when I see a big change in somebody's life, when I see that somehow they're making progress, they're advancing, it's because they have made a decision to work on themselves and to become better. Now, that sounds like an absolutely overwhelming idea. How do I fix all the problems that exist in my life? And I just want to point you in the direction of focusing on one. Let's just pick one thing, all right? Maybe it's your physical health. Maybe you want to stop smoking. Maybe you want to get your nutrition under control. In part 3, in our next video, we're going to talk more specifically about finances, all right? Finances is an area that is a great stressor for people today, for marriages and relationships, and there is nothing worse than not having the money you need to cover all your bills. And so we're going to dive into that a little deeper in our next video. But what other areas could you choose to focus on for your own personal growth and development this year in 2020? Maybe you want to look at the relationships that you have. And the first question you've got to ask is, what relationships are important to me? And what does it look like for me to have healthy relationships? If you don't know the answer to that question, then you won't know whether you're giving the proper time and attention to those relationships. How's your home time? Does your home time allow you to have the relational time that you want to have with your spouse, with your kids? That is an area where maybe you would want to focus this year. Maybe you want to focus on your spiritual health. Maybe you want to focus on your mental health, and you need to say to somebody that you're in need of some assistance. The bottom line, guys, is this: nobody ever grows by accident. Nobody accidentally becomes better at anything that they do. If you make a concentrated effort, you will not be the same person come July of 2020, come fall of 2020, come January of 2021. You will be a stronger, better, more complete driver, human, husband, wife, son, daughter, friend. And if you want to be more equipped to take care of the people that are important to you, then we would encourage you to take a look at your own personal growth and development this year and see how you might come along, grow, listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks as you roll down the road. There is so much content out there today for you to learn from. You've just got to make the decision that you want to do it.